Hey there, big cats, it's Caitlin, and I am back with another video in a new segment called Spotlight Creatures. Now, today I chose my favorite creature in the game currently as a spotlight creature, and it is the I never could pronounce this. Taurolystris. I call it a Taro. Now, when we do Spotlight Creatures, we're going to be talking about the beginning to end the life of the Spotlight creature itself. The Taro has a max health of 2800, appetite of 50. I really don't pay attention to the appetite or the thirst, but its max damage is 150. Now, it might seem pretty low, but you have to remember that his bleed is a total of 6, which is pretty incredible and is really useful when fighting other creatures. It also helps that he is very, very fast in the game, and he only takes about 35 minutes to grow up 100% completely, so altogether, I think that's a great mix for a tier 3 creature. My favorite part about the description of the creature is the fact that they call it a straight up blueberry. Now, its entire color scheme is variated from all different blues to some purples, so it's really fun to experiment and put it together. Now, as for the actual coloration of this creature that we're going to do today, I decided to keep just the primary colors of the actual creature itself. So I jumped right into the game, and our creature spawns here on the beach at one of the spawn locations. Now, I do a quick look around to look at the creature and to see its actual size. Now, personally, I think the baby Taro is probably the cutest creature in the game, even cuter than the Miniwa, but as you can see, not all of its parts are developed yet, like its horns, like its hands, and all of its spikes. One thing I found very, very funny while recording this is that there is a huge glitch right now with the mouth that any sound that the Taro makes itself, it makes the mouth move upwards and sideways instead of out completely, which makes it look a little goofy, but overall I think it's hysterical. I also wanted to show some of the sitting animations and other animations like laying down, mostly because it varies and looks different from when you are a child, a teen, and adult as a Taro. Now, this creature has some serious speed on it for a tier 3. Now, I'm used to small creatures to be really, really fast in the game, but to see something, a tier 3 this size, to be super fast is really, really nice. Even as a baby, you can hunt down like pretty much anything about your size, so I saw this creature and I decided that it was his time to go. Now, obviously, I'm not the best fighter in the game. I'm pretty slow when it comes to things. This creature could obviously probably kill me if it really, really wanted to, but I decided to go at it because I had bleed on my side. Even from a baby as a Taro, you do have some bleed to you. So even if they do hit you a lot, I do not get any bleed from this creature, but this creature is definitely bleeding from me. Now, this fight goes on for a little bit of time, but I'm not going to bore you and make you watch him hit me and me hit him extended period of time. He eventually decides to log out, and I'm guessing because he has too much bleed, and the more he runs, the higher the bleed gets. Now, if you need to get anywhere really, really fast, a Taro is a really, really good land creature to choose, mostly because its baby form can get you from one end of the map to the other before even half the day is up. Now, I decided to use the shakedown animation to gain my health back, but I love that when it shakes down, it kind of looks like a caterpillar in the mud. One thing that I noticed about this creature too is even when the winter comes, it still has a lot of speed on its side. Now, right now it's not winter, you can't really see it, but it's actually famine. Even so, it really doesn't slow down too much. Now, this piece of meat from the NPC is the biggest piece of meat a baby can carry. With the appetite of the baby Taro, that's pretty much all you're gonna need. One bite from that pretty much fills your entire hunger bar, so it's safe to say that it'll last you for a while as long as it doesn't rot right away. The swimming animation is really cute. It does not use its arms whatsoever when trying to swim. Those arms are pretty much non-existent, other than the fact that they're little stubby nubs just kind of thrown on there. Its feet do all of the work. While recording, I actually found another Taro that was an adult size, and I sat next to it to get a good, decent picture to see the size comparison between a baby and an adult. So I took a break for a little bit and decided to start recording when it was about to age up, which is at age 34, and now we have our teen Taro, I took a look around it. It now has armor on its feet and it has a few spikes on its chest, and on top of its back it's starting to show signs of where the spikes would go. Now at this point it's a little bit slower, not just because it's winter, but because it's not a baby anymore. Out of all 3 stages of age, the baby is the fastest, then the teen is the second fastest, while the adult is the slowest out of all of them. It's still a very, very fast creature. I eventually found the adult Toro that I saw before, and I wanted to walk by it just to show another size comparison of it. Obviously, it's a lot bigger than before, but still a lot smaller than the adult. I want to set myself up right here to sit nice to take a picture, but he grew up right away and now he is the age of 67, which is a quote-unquote adult Taro. A full adult Taro isn't until they reach 100 years old. I know it's still winter and it's hard to see what they look like running at full speed, but you can tell the difference between the teen and the baby as the adult is running across the desert right now. It runs at a much, much slower pace than the other ones. Now for this next clip, I killed another creature just to get this piece of meat. This is the largest piece of meat a Toro can hold, and also when a Toro dies, this is the size meat it becomes. While in the middle of recording, the volcanic eruption decided to go off, which I thought this was a really perfect time to show off some of the speed since it was not winter anymore. The Toro can easily outrun a lot of the first wave of the meteors. I'm not sure about the second one, but it's very easy for them to navigate and get around. The turns aren't as good unless you slow down a little bit, but I didn't want to risk him dying right away. While recording the last part of this video, this creature decided that I shouldn't exist anymore and started coming after me, even though they were hiding with me earlier. I ran away to hide on the upper level of the desert because I didn't want to lose this creature and have to start the video practically all over again. Thankfully, a player by the name of Red Dem On came by and asked me if I needed anything and did try to kill me. Even though they really didn't know how to play the game correctly, they still tried their best to get me as much food as I needed. I decided the best way to go out was going to be killing, like a baby Ken or something, but I wanted revenge for him trying to kill me. It was obviously a losing fight from the start because he had a nymph on his side who also, breaks tendons as he did after this fight, and then I was left barely moving and trying to fight off 2 creatures at the same time. It wasn't really a long fight because soon I just died. And right there is the life and death of a Toro. It's still one of my favorite creatures in the game. It's actually my go-to creature when I don't know what to play. All in all, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video on our Spotlight creature today. If you like this video, leave a like, subscribe, or do whatever you want. I make these videos for fun. See you next time. Bye!